This lesson is our first lesson on making verbs negative in Korean. There are a couple ways to do it. The first way is by adding an to the beginning of the verb. An is like the start of the word for no in Korean, 아니요. So you take a verb like to sleep, 자다, and add on to make it to not sleep, 안 자다. And then we can conjugate it. How can you say, I do not sleep? Do you remember how to conjugate? In the casual form, I do not sleep would be 나는 안 자. In the polite form, it would be 저는 안 자요. And in the formal form, it would be 저는 안 잡니다. You can conjugate these negative verbs into any tense you want. You can do the same with adjectives because in Korean, adjectives are verbs. For example, the adjective for to be big is 크다. We can add on to make it 안 크다, to be not big. It's not big in Korean is 안 크 in the casual form, 안 크요 in the polite form, and 안 큽니다 in the formal form. Another way to make verbs negative is to add 못 in front of the verb. 못 means cannot. For example, we can add 못 in front of 자다 to make it into can't sleep. 못 자다. I can't sleep. 나는 못 자. In the casual form, 저는 못 자요. In the polite form, 저는 못 잡니다. In the formal form. Please recognize that there is a difference between saying I don't sleep and I can't sleep. Make sure you are using the one that means what you want it to say. And also, you can't use 못 with adjectives. It doesn't make any sense in Korean to say it can't be big, like 못 커요. Don't use 못 with adjectives. Now, when it comes to 하다 verbs, there is another way we can use on and 못. You know 하다 verbs. 하다 means to do, and you can add it to the end of a word to make it into a verb, like to swim, 수영하다. 수영 means swim, 하다 means to do. So, how do we say to not swim? Well, because it's a 하다 verb, we put on right here in the middle. 수영 안 하다. And if we want to really be proper about it, we add 을 or 를 at the end of swim. 수영을 안 하다. Note that there are two spaces in this word for to not swim. This, word. It's not really a word. It's to not swim, which is 3 words. But anyways, there are 2 spaces in this word, here and here. Now let's say I do not swim in the polite form. It would be 저는 수영을 안 해요. And we do the same thing with can't, 못. When you have a 하다 verb, you put 못 right in the middle. 수영 못 하다. And to be really proper about it, we add a 를 or an 을. 수영을 못 하다. And I can't swim in the polite form is 저는 수영을 못 해요. Now, here's the deal with the spaces when we're using 못. There is always a space between 수영을 and 못. But if we add a space here, it changes the meaning. If there is a space between 못 and 하다, it means you can't do it. You can't do it at all. You just don't know how. If there is no space between 못 and 하다, it means you can't do it well. You can make an effort, but it won't be very good. In our example, I can't swim, 수영을 못해요. It means I'm not going to drown, but I'm not going to be able to show you a front stroke with anything resembling perfect technique either. A space means I can't do it at all. No space means I can't do it very well. Now, 하다 adjectives are not like 하다 verbs. In 하다 adjectives, you put the on at the start, just like with the non-하다 adjectives. For example, 둥둥하다, to be fat. To make it into to be not fat, you say 안 둥둥하다. Got it? And we do not use the Korean word for can't, 못, with Korean adjectives. It's just not grammatically correct. Now you know 2 ways to make negative sentences in Korean. This is only part 1 of our lesson on making verbs negative in Korean. There are more than 2 ways to do it. But let's summarize what we learned today. To add not to a verb or adjective, put on in front of it, unless it is a 하다 verb, in which case put on in the middle of it, right before the 하다. And add or 를 to the end of the word that comes before the on 하다 part. And make sure to include a space. This 하다 style of negation works with verbs only, not adjectives. With 하다 adjectives, put the on at the front of the word. To add can't to a verb, put 못 in front of it and leave a space between the 못 and the verb. You cannot use 못 with adjectives. In the case of 하다 verbs, put 못 in the middle, right before the 하다, and add or 를 to the end of the first part of the verb. If you want to say, I can't do it at all, leave 2 spaces in your negative verb so that 못 stands alone. If you want to say, I can't do it well, then eliminate the second space so that 못 하다 is all one word. And that is how you use on and 못 to make verbs negative in Korean. These summaries are linked in the description, as well as links to a full transcript and links to my merch shop. Check it out, buy something Korean and cute. Subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos so you can learn more grammar and vocabulary. And most importantly, test what you have learned today with these exercises. Answers are in the comments section. Thanks for studying with me.